Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I'm here in beautiful downtown Nashville, Michigan. Right across the street is the 66 Unique Antique Store. Great place to shop. Oh, and I get to tell him I bought something, because that's the other thing that they say. What'd you get? What'd you get?
Did you like that booth upstairs?
Yeah.
One up here across the line. Whenever you said tools, he's our tool guy. He brings in tools constantly, so I figured he would be a good stop for you.
Yep. Well, the whole store is wonderful.
Thank you.
I like antique tools. I also like antiques in general.
Yeah, we're the same way. I mean, that's why I told you before, when you get to a point where you like the job you're going to every day, it makes it a hell of a lot easier to go to.
Cool.
So, yeah, go ahead. Go around and do what you got to do, and let me know if you need anything.
I think I'm all set. All I'm going to do is walk around and talk to myself. Thanks, Mike.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Okay, we made it all the way upstairs. Here's where the cool stuff hides out. Now, you'd look at this and go, that's not very nice. But it's only $5 and the pieces will go for 3 times that. Giant monkey wrench. And that's the steel. It's at 10 bucks. This one is $5. It's a perfect handle monkey wrench too. This one's $7. And we got a small one for $4. This one's a perfect handle. It's got the name of a company on it, but that's not the manufacturer. Can't read it, it's too beat up. But this one, seen better days. You can see where the handle is bent. Somebody used it to pry on. They probably stuck a pipe over the handle. This is a vehicle jack. In its day, this one's considered to be a very good brace. It's got the pewter handle bands. No name on it, long since gone. $5. That's a small one. I only want $35 for it because it doesn't have the right glass on it. Another barrel tap. This one's only $10. $4 brace, and a toolbox. This little hand grinder was made by the Speed Sharp company, and it's set up to sharpen knife blades. You drop the knife blade down in between the two grindstones, and they opened up and let the knife blade right in between them. And you, with this fastened to the counter, you grind your knives. Made a horrible mess of knives. And this is another knife sharpener. It's got hardened rings, and you'd set the knife in there and drag the knife blade through the rings, and it would scrape off the steel. If you thought this was a sharp knife, you really never had a good one then. If you really thought that this would sharpen your knife, you've never had a sharp knife. Wooden joining plane, $12. Somebody put the wedge in wrong, and I'm not going to break it getting it out. But it has a laminated blade in it. Those are kind of unique. This is an Atkins number 53 saw. Must be a nice one. It's got a really good etch on it, and the plate is polished. Somebody took care of this one. Find yourself in need of a railroad jack? You can have one for only $90. And a set of giant number stamps specifically made to do a certain job, and $40 and it's yours. Drill press, 2-man crosscut saw, couple of wooden vices, and a Diston D8 in good shape. Saw vise, C-clamps, batch of hand saws. Well worth the trip. Oh, and a Miller's Falls complete miter box. Got the saw and the whole 9 yards. $69. Kennedy toolbox riser, and sitting on top of it is a Sargent, looks to be a number 8 plane. I've never seen one of these before, but it's a saw set for big saws. $8. Drafting table. Had one of those behind my desk when I worked at United Technologies. Used it for laying out the big blueprints for the equipment. Gasoline stove. Might be kerosene. They had the same kind of thing for kerosene. That is cool. 3-burner stove. And a $10 gasoline blowtorch. $95 gets you the 3-burner stove. And that is a cute little Hoosier cabinet that somebody made for their child. Down there's a railroad car heater. Used it to thaw out gondola cars. Down in Coldwater, they had a coal-fired boiler, and the gondola cars would freeze up, and they'd set those underneath them because they were open-top cars. And the snow would get on the coal and melt down through and turn it into a solid block of coal that you couldn't get out of there, frozen solid. They'd set those underneath it and thaw it out. In the 1920s, Singer red eye sewing machine. $75, complete with a box. This one has the electric motor on it. Big 2-man crosscut saw. $40. Doesn't have the greatest handles on it, but the blade looks to be in good shape. No teeth broken off. Well, now you've seen all of the 66 unique antique store. Upstairs, downstairs, nooks and crannies. I've gone all the places that I can see and a few that you probably never would. But it's a great store. Mike was very nice to let me look around, and I really appreciate it, and I'm going to take a couple of things home. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments below. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. And if you get a chance, go straight up 66 out of Battle Creek and you come to the little town of Nashville. There's lots of stuff in this town. There's this wonderful antique store. There's 2 or 3 little restaurants. And down the road, there's this giant howitzer that I want to look at on the way home. Cool place to visit.